friend. What you doing up here?
I had to get something from the store.
How you get here?
That cat brought me.
What you mean? Where he at?
In the parking lot. I didn't think it was gonna be an issue.
Why you ain't tell me you was bringing my best friend to the store?
It's Kiera.
I don't care. Why you ain't tell me you was bringing my best friend to the store? I don't get it.
I didn't think it was gonna be
And you sitting in the front seat. Oh my
I'm
God.
not getting in the back seat, but I didn't think it was gonna be an issue.
So this is cool.
What the fuck? I'm lost.
So if I sit in, if I ask your man to take me to the store and you don't know about it, that's cool with you.
It's Zook.
I'm talking to my best friend.
It's just the store. I really didn't think it was gonna be no issue. Like it ain't that serious.
Oh, y'all wildin'.
Welcome to Tea Time with CandT.
Where the tea is hot
The vibes are real.
and grown woman talk is always on the menu. Yes, what's going on, people? Hello, hello, hello. Yes,
We
like
are
my girl
back.
C said, welcome to Tea Talk. If you guys are new, you can follow us on IG at Tea Talk with C and T, and also follow our YouTube page, like and subscribe at C and Talk with C and T. And thank you guys for listening. Um,
Yes, yes.
Girl, I mean, I dropped the
What's
video
up,
before
girl?
this discussion, so I know we probably gonna get their opinion, but I need to know your
Okay,
opinion. Like, you seen the video. The topic
I did.
today is Girl Code Relationship Edition. Like, what's the
Yeah.
tea?
She
What is the
she
tea?
violated the girl code big time. She
Okay,
definitely
you think
violated
she
the girl
violated?
code.
Okay.
Definitely. Because I feel like you don't have no reason to talk to my man outside of me. I'm the connection between the two of y'all. So
Absolutely.
anything that go on with y'all need to go through me. She needed to go to the
Mhm.
store that bad. She could have waited on her to take her to the store. She could have used her boyfriend's car and took her. Or okay, we gonna take you to the store. It
Right.
shouldn't have been no surprise, no secret. If that girl ain't walked in that store, would she have told her that she even went? Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I just feel it was real sus, real sus. Now what I will say to say, and you sitting in the front seat, that was funny. Because I'm like, you just want her to be like a chauffeur and be sitting in the back like she getting Uber. Like, that's the case, she could have,
Yeah,
that's another thing. She could have took an Uber. But
right.
that,
Exactly.
I really agree with that part. It's like, you shouldn't have been in the car at all. I don't care about where you sit. You could have been on top of the car. Why are you with my man? You know?
Totally right.
So, yeah, she definitely violated girl code. Like, you my best friend of 20 years, and you better not try. You better not. Like, I know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
just saying,
definitely
like,
would. That's that. I wouldn't even feel comfortable calling your significant other like, I need to go to the
no.
store. Can you come get me? Da-da-da. Like
She'll
I
probably be
that
looking
like
like,
that
did you
doesn't make
ask
sense to me.
her?
I would definitely call you first before I even. First of all, I don't even know why I have his number. I have no
That's the
reason to
first
have his
thing.
number. So it's like
Hmm.
that whole situation was kind of sus to me. I mean, certain people they would feel like it's an insecurity thing, but it's not. It's a respect thing.
No.
It's
It's
it's a
respect,
it's a
exactly.
respect thing. Why do you have my man's number? And if you do so happen to have my man's number, I'm pretty sure it's for emergencies only. I'm the emergency. You're not the
Right.
emergency. I'm the
Right.
emergency. So why are you
Fact.
calling him to take you to the store? Like she said, you dropped you in the front seat too. Like, boo, you could have called an Uber.
Like you
It
riding
would have
like
been
you his
something.
woman or something.
Right?
I
Yeah.
mean, and then my other question is, where did he become the top pick on the priority list? Like, how did you bypass your mama, your sisters, your
That
brothers,
part.
your friends
Right.
to
Don't
get
nobody
to,
on your
and
family got a
even
car?
possibly your man,
Right.
right? To get to my man, like, how did he become your first option to get to the stuff? Your feet. The bus. I mean, there's so many opportunities for you not to be in this car with my man right now. So I feel like you really just want a problem. That's what I think. I think you want my man. That's what I
Yeah, it was I don't know. To me that was a violation. Like it's certain things you do when it comes to girl code relationship wise that you
think.
just I don't know. Like if you was to happen to have any type of communication with my man, I would think it would be on a social network platform, a
Oh yeah.
public platform where everybody can see what's going on. There's no need for y'all to be texting each other. There's no need for y'all to be calling each other. Oh, how you doing?
Nah.
You know, for what? No. What? Why? Like, I don't know. And
Yeah.
like,
And like you said like exactly it. You're the emergency, right? So unless you're doing something that got to do with me, like y'all planning something for me, okay? Let me know. I mean, I know I'm supposed to be a surprise, you know what I'm saying? But I'll figure it out. I might have to get a third party involved to come be with y'all or
right.
something. Like
Yeah.
conference call y'all.
Something.
I'll call her for you. You come over here. I'll call her. I'll leave the room or something like that so y'all can talk. But you're not about to be without me knowing that you're doing it. Because if it
Absolutely.
was really an insecurity piece, I wouldn't want you talking to him at all. I didn't say that. I just said go through me. That's for any woman. That could be my mama. You
Right.
know, I don't. I
Right.
mean, you have no reason to be talking to him. Then so I guess my next thing is how do they know each other? Because, well, like she said, you're my best friend. So I took it as she only knows the dude through her friend. She don't know the dude first.
Right.
So
Right.
like if you know the guy first and somehow y'all end up together, so like you, okay, we somewhere and it happened to be a guy that I know and I hook y'all up. Okay, fine. So now I know him. I have his information already because we were friends before that. Where do you know what I'm saying? How do you draw the line then? I still kind of feel like y'all could still maintain some sort of communication separate from me, but in a respectful way. You should not be calling him after a certain time of night. You should not
Definitely
be
on that.
calling, you see what I'm saying? And you should not be sending him certain things, saying certain things, touching him certain ways. I don't care what kind of relationship y'all might have had prior to us getting together. We're together now.
Right.
So that's it. That
Right.
that has to end. You see what I'm saying? Like y'all could say friends, but y'all gotta make it more like a friendship than whatever y'all had arranged before that. None of that's gonna fly with me.
Girl, I
So
agree.
I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Like if you happen to be linked through the guy, like how would you look at that video differently?
Um, no.
Hard no. It's a
No,
hard no,
he's still
people.
my man. Why are you calling? Okay, let me put it this way.
Why?
Let me put it this way. The only way I can honestly like put it bypass it is like you said, if I met him, like if you know, and if they were best friends. Like if he was to be like, yeah, that's my female best friend. Okay, fine. Then I could see, all right, you picking her up from time to time. Yeah, I really, I can't really say nothing about that because she was always the female best friend. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a female best friend to somebody, and
Hmm.
I don't want to sound hypocritical. I would feel some type of way if his girlfriend would be like, "Well, why are you taking her everywhere?" Like, boo boo, he's just my friend. I have no
Right. I
intentions
was
with
here
this man.
before you.
Yeah, I was here before you. We
Might be
met
here
each other.
after you.
Yeah, he introduced us. Like he told me you're his woman. So I have no intentions like that against him.
That means
The
nothing
only
though.
way
That don't mean nothing.
for
That don't mean nothing because somebody you
me,
can know people do it all the time.
you're right. You're right. Well, for me, I can speak for me then. For me, I
Right.
have high respect for other people's relationships. I have high respect
Yeah.
for my friends' relationships, my relationship, anybody relationship that I'm introduced to. I am not the type of person to rock the boat. I'm not the type of person to jeopardize that situation, that relationship. Whatever y'all call each other, T is not gonna be the one to mess it up. Let me just say that. Let me just say that much. So I don't know. Like, I mean, Missy, do you have a male best friend? Do you have a male guy that you're chilling with, and then next thing you know, his girlfriend feels some type of way that you're always around, but then you're like, you've
I
seen me
mean,
around before. Like, it's not like I just popped up into the picture. You've seen me around. Like,
right,
like when y'all met each other, I was in the background because we were hanging out
right,
together. So it's like, how could you
right.
feel some type of way? So it's like,
Yeah. I think it's a respect thing. I think that's just a conversation. So I have two guys, particularly when you asked that question, that I thought about. One of
Okay.
them is married, one of them is single, but dating people,
Hmm.
casually. Um, the one that's married, terrible. That yeah, I have to shut stuff down sometimes myself because some of the conversation is not. It would not be appropriate. I would think that my man would have an issue with us talking the way that he talks.
Okay.
So I honestly just laughed it off because that's always been him. He's been that way before he got married. He's probably be that way going to his grave. That's him. Um, but then he could turn around right after that and give me advice about my relationship. So he doesn't do it in a way where like he's trying to take me, and I know that about him. I just
Right.
know that my dude also would not be okay with it. So I have to keep that I have to keep that boundary there. With the other guy that's single, he was interested in me, but we were friends. Um, when I start dating somebody out of respect, our communication does slow down. He
Okay.
doesn't say anything out of line. And he actually said himself that he has respect for other men the way he would want them to respect him. So he would never do anything that he feels would be over the line. And I feel like that's the way you should go into it if it's a situation like that. Like I think that because I'm gonna be honest, like the guy I'm talking to, his best friend is a female.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about that even now of how I would navigate that because at some point that has to be a conversation.
Right.
But they've been friends for a very long time. They have little nicknames they call each other and everything. But I've never, even now, I've never felt disrespected in their about the relationship. But I think that that's the person that is in the middle has the obligation of shutting that down and making sure that there's boundaries in place because she don't have nothing to lose. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? He does. So, and his loyalty is to me. Hers ain't. So at the end of the day, she can care less. But he is the one that's supposed to shut that down. So in the case of this video, when she called him, he should have said, "Well, why are you calling me? Did you the such and such know you called me?
Right.
Okay, well let me run this by her real quick. Or did you ask her to take you? She'll be off in a minute." I think the comfort level that he had to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna take you, that leads me to a lot of extra questions. Because why do you feel that like why didn't you think that was inappropriate? As the
Absolutely.
man, why weren't you caught off guard by that? So that tells me that this is not the first time this has happened. This is the first time they got caught. They hang out outside of her often. That's the impression I get.
You peeped his
Hmm.
response. Like when she was like, "Why did you feel it was okay to take my best friend?" He's just like, "It's Kiara." Like I don't give a damn if it was Santa Claus, Jesus.
I don't
Like,
care.
why did you feel it was okay to take her without me
That does
knowing?
not change my question. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like, but it's Kiana. Okay. And Kiana is who?
Right.
My friend. So again, back to the question. So that's what I'm saying. I got the impression that this is not a new thing for them. And now they got caught, so they had to come up with a way to it's just Kiana,
Right.
no,
Right.
no. Mm-mm. She shouldn't even felt comfortable calling you, and you shouldn't have felt comfortable taking her. Both of y'all wrong
Yeah.
in that case because they both just as loyal to her as the other. So both of them wrong in that scenario. Both of them.
Definitely dropped the loyalty bag in that one. That was a red flag for real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just certain things like it's a respect thing. It's out of pocket. Once you know your
Absolutely.
best friend is in a relationship with somebody, it's certain boundaries you do not cross. Point blank period. Call
I
them
got a story
boyfriend.
for you.
Like it don't make no sense. Like,
I
yeah,
got a
tell me
story
your
for you
story.
about
Tell me
boundaries.
your story.
This is my parents. So this lets you know these are older people that are married. This is
Okay.
how far this goes. Okay. So one day they were out somewhere. I want to say they were like a grocery store or something like that. Some woman comes up and just hugs my dad. Hey, and just starts hugging him and talking to him. And my mama looked at her like she was crazy.
Right.
So then The woman just continued to talk to my dad, never addressed my mom, never said, "Oh, hi, I'm such and such," or nothing. She just kept talking. And I think in that moment, my dad probably should have been the one to probably introduce her. But he honestly, I don't think my dad really wanted to talk to this lady. Like, I think he
Yeah.
was trying to get away from her too. But so he was just trying to talk to her real quick and get her out of his face. Um, but I know my mom was not happy about it. She brought it up later and was like, who was that and why she hugging on you? She should have never.
Right.
And so I saw that happen back when I was probably in my 20s, and I've carried that with me to now. I don't feel comfortable hugging married men,
Okay.
or even people in relationships. If I know blatantly that you're in a relationship, I feel like that's too. Unless we already are like that, I feel like that's too close. And even if we are just like if we're like that, if she's right there, I feel like that's like, oh hi, I'm such and such. When I walk up, hi, I'm such and such, because I would want to know. Like, if you standing here talking this whole time and you ain't acknowledged me at all, neither one of
Right.
y'all, I got a problem. Like, do you not see me here? Do you think this is okay? You know what I'm saying? But something like that. So, do you think that that was correct in how my mom felt about that?
Um, yeah. If I was in your mom's shoes, I think I would have felt some type of way. I mean, it's like I'm trying to look at it from both ends.
Yeah,
On your dad's side, he probably really in that moment didn't really think anything of it. So it's just like, and he was just being polite. Like I know your dad; he's a polite man. He was just like, oh,
absolutely.
how you doing? Giving a hug. But
Hmm.
Mom Dukes on the other hand, she probably like, Harpo, who's this woman? Like, what is going
Not
on?
Harpo, because I'm gonna let you know, Mama's notorious, and Mama don't play that.
Yeah,
And yeah,
like,
I'm surprised
what
she
is
ain't say
going
something
on?
to the chick herself, but she waited. She held it together until the lady
Okay,
walked away and said it to my dad. So I respected that because she really could have handled it differently.
right, right, right.
But yeah, my daddy, I know my dad enough to know he just was trying to hurry up and get that conversation over with and get on out that store because he probably was trying to get home anyway. That lady just, and I don't think she was nobody of relevance. Like, she was somebody that he knew from like the neighborhood,
Mhm,
and she was more huggy huggy than him.
mhm.
That's her all the time. Anybody she knows, she hug them. Cause I knew who the person was, but my mom like, you
Right.
don't know her like that. If I ain't never seen you at no functions or nothing that I go to, you ain't that close to my husband. You have no reason to put your hands on my
Exactly.
husband.
Oh
I
my
said, well, all
gosh.
right, mama.
Right.
But yeah, so it don't stop with any ages. And that's another thing as far as boundaries is that like something as small as that I think gets overlooked a lot as far as if it's allowed or not in the girl code. Yeah, you can't be
Absolutely.
sending dudes pictures that you know in the relationship, like selfies, like those suggestive selfies that everybody be
Right.
taking sitting on the scene or
Mhm.
in certain clothes. Like, better. You know that is not appropriate.
Right.
And you want to this man is with somebody, but you want the attention, so you don't care. Like, that's not. So I guess, okay. So we was talking about boundaries and girl code. Is it? What's your thoughts on like girl code when you don't know the person? Like, do you feel? Because obviously that person does not owe you anything, right? But I feel like it's just certain rules as women, and even probably in the men community as well, that you just don't do,
Right, right, right.
right? No matter if you know them or not.
Right.
So, what are some of those things that are like just blatant? No, you don't do that.
And you don't know the person at all? Um,
Yeah, I would say you don't know the person. Yeah, like just what's normal girl code, period, and then what's girl code if you're friends versus if you're family. Does that make a difference? Or go girl code across the board?
see, it's funny because it's like it could be girl code across the board, but it could depend on the situation. Like we said, a significant other, when it comes to your friends, a significant other, they should not have each other's numbers. But then we're like, it's okay for like social media platforms. But then they could say anything
Mm,
on social media platforms, like anything,
I'm not saying that's okay either. I think
anything
so. You
going
mean in
down
the
in them
DMs or you
DMs.
mean on the wall? Right? Because that's what I'm saying. Because in the DMs, why y'all in the DMs? Cause
Right,
why? What y'all got to talk about so secretly that y'all in the
right.
DMs? I don't know which is better, DMs or the text messages. I feel like both of them sneaky.
Yeah, like both of them. It's see, I don't know.
I
It's like
can't tell him not to talk to no women, but it's like you
yeah,
know how to have a conversation and it be appropriate. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't
right.
telling you don't talk to women, but you know what's appropriate, what's
You
not.
gotta know, yeah, you gotta know what's appropriate, what's not appropriate.
Yeah,
You should know
absolutely.
what you can say, what you cannot say, and that's vice versa, even for females too. Because we know if we we have a boyfriend, we know certain stuff we
We
ain't
know what we
supposed to be
shouldn't be
having in our
doing,
phone still, or certain stuff that we ain't supposed to be communicating with. It's like it's
like the secure folder.
yeah, hello, it's hello, the good old secure folder.
I
You know we ain't
mean,
supposed to be having that if once you got those
not
significant
at
others.
all. I
That's definitely a
mean,
part of the
can you
code.
have it and not look at it, or like keep it for
Listen,
safekeeping down the line just in case? Like, I don't know, man. You right though, because I mean, I would anything that you would get upset. No, I ain't even gonna say that because some people have thicker skin than others. Some people be like, "Well, that wouldn't bother me," knowing they probably would. Because I was gonna say anything you know you would not be okay with, you shouldn't do. But then, like I said, you might have some people that be like, "Well, that wouldn't bother me." You just, you know. So yeah,
right.
I guess you can't really say that. But you know, I think everybody knows right from wrong. They know what's appropriate, not appropriate. They just choose to go outside of that. I don't. I mean, but for me, like no calling
Right
after a
there.
certain time, no secret messages, no meeting up secretly. Like, let me know, hey, I'm such and such want to meet up. Just run that by you. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not asking me
Right.
for permission. You're more so being transparent. Because no, I can't tell you no, you can't go necessarily. You a grown person, but the respect that you have for that person to tell them what's going on, that allows you to do things, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to trip about it. I'm not insecure in that moment because you're telling me, you're transparent about this. Could you still be doing something? I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there that's doing that, but 9 times out of 10, if they're being that transparent or not. So I just feel like no secret meetups, no secret conversations, no.
Right.
Definitely be careful with the nicknames. Now,
Mm,
Pookie, Ray
mm,
Ray, Ding Dong, whatever, you know, those are normal street nicknames. But ain't no booze, babies, love,
that part.
honey. I'm sorry, what? Who?
Right,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Hubby. No, he's
That
not your
part.
hubby. He is not. He's going to be my hubby in a minute. He's not your hubby. Drop that. Well, that's just my play. No, we not. Well, I don't play like that. We not.
Right. Exactly.
um. Yeah, I think that's it. And then if you are like close friends or family, no talking to exes.
Okay.
Exes are off limits. And by exes, anybody. So for me, anybody that you had any kind of intimate interaction with. So, okay, I talked to this guy for what, 2 weeks. We wasn't really hitting it off, whatever. Then are they okay to talk to this person? It probably wouldn't be my first choice. However, I think just saying, hey, how would you feel about having that conversation? More than likely, they'd be like, go ahead, girl, I don't care, you know.
Right.
But I think the time frame that they talk, if they had sex or not, those type of things matter. And then if it gets to that point, then no, you should not be. It should be a no go for
Okay.
anybody.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I consider it. So anybody like that, not just long term relationships. Period. Anybody that you've been with, I don't want to be with. I have no reason to.
that's a
Like,
fact.
what we doing comparing
Why
notes? You know
would
what
you
I'm
want to
saying?
do
Like,
that? Yeah, why? Why?
to
Especially
compare notes.
and
Girl,
what
yes,
made
he's
you
still little. He is. Like, I
yeah,
mean,
and
what?
it's like you done told me about the headaches he done gave you. So why would I want to experience
What
that
I
headache?
want them for? What I want them for? But
Yeah.
the problem is
Mm.
though. here's where the problem lies. Besides the headaches, though, you also get the friends that tell too much, and they be like, "Girl, he do this and this and this and that, and he pay all my bills, and he." Now you got the envious person over here that's like, "Oh, I need
Mm,
some of that." You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I think that's part of the problem is that we get too close. Like I could tell my best friend pretty much anything. Like this girl on this phone right now, she knows so much about me that a lot of people don't know. She will be the one person I would probably trust
That's right.
with any of that stuff because she think like I think. Like our ethics are the same. I ain't gotta worry about her with my man. If he tries something, she will tell me. I know
Right.
it, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And if I need help hiding the body. No, we ain't hiding nobody. But I'd be like, girl, I didn't cut him because he was beating on me. She be like, okay, baby, I'm on my way. We about to hide this body, chop him up real good.
That's right.
Like, I mean, that's just my ride or die. So somebody like this, you ain't gotta worry about that. But the friends,
Oh yeah.
I feel like you got to set those boundaries with them because they will get real, real close on your man.
Okay. So what if? All right. Like we speak of girl code and we know like the
Mhm.
boundaries and stuff.
Mhm.
How can I put this? Okay. Do you know okay, the guy that you are talking to now, not saying now,
Mhm.
hypothetically speaking, the guy that you are talking to
Mhm.
now,
Mhm.
would you share certain information with her if you know it's going to go to a serious level? Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Back then, you know how us girls we would have conversations like you said, like, "Oh, girl, I'm messing with this dude right now. He do this to me. He do that to me. And girl, the size is crazy." And usually we
Mhm.
girls, so we ain't afraid to be like, "Girl, let me show you."
Right, like,
So we'll
okay,
send you a
girl,
picture.
yes.
Yeah, so we'll
Right.
send you a picture. Now you know what he
Mhm.
look like. Down the line now, you and the dude is serious. Y'all are claiming each
Mhm.
other. But now
Mhm.
girl know what he
And for
looks like.
and for full transparency, y'all, we have sent pictures before too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be like,
Right.
girl, this thing is. Look at this. This is crazy. Look at you. Got to see this.
You gotta see it.
So,
So it's
but
like,
here's the thing though. How do you know? I mean, when you go into something, most of the time you're assuming it is going to go somewhere. So, that's kind of a hard thing. I think a lot of the time when we shared stuff, it was probably after the fact or once we knew that wasn't going nowhere. That's when we started sharing stuff like that. But no, the guy, if I'm seeing somebody and I'm like, oh, this is the one, you're not gonna know what his stuff look like. Like you're not gonna know all the stuff he do to me sexually. You're not gonna know what he do for me financially. Like I'm not gonna tell you too much because you still are competition for me. I don't care who you are, any
yes,
female. You see what I'm saying? Like
right,
he's a man, so any woman walking down this street right now is competition for me. I'm not gonna let no female know. My mama not gonna know
right.
what my man is capable of. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because at any point they might decide, I want a piece of that, and forget what our relationship is friend, family, whatever, and they will go after that. So no, I think yeah, you don't. I think we matured a lot. I feel like that was the young us, and we shared a lot more back
we
then,
showed it. Woo,
just because
child. Yes, we did.
we probably knew that none of them was going nowhere. We
Right.
didn't care what you saw. Like, girl, you can see it. Like, it's crooked. I don't care if your girl look at it. Like,
That's a fact. We didn't
like
care.
yeah.
We didn't care.
Girl,
We
you
knew
just
it
gotta
wasn't
see
going
this
nowhere.
thing on here. Cause what is this right now? It's in the picture. Do you see what I see, girl? Is that girl?
Oh my god, yeah,
But
we
no,
definitely guilty for doing that. But
no.
we grew up. Like
In the moment,
we
yeah,
grew up.
in the moment, you don't share. Yeah, we definitely grew up. In the moment, when you're dating that person, I don't think you share that much stuff. And depending who that person is, I still never will share. Like if they're a special person to me, they meant something. Most of the time, if I'm sharing, I'm gonna be honest, it's for bad stuff. It ain't for good stuff. I'm not bragging to my friend telling her how good you are. I'm probably telling you how small you are because you didn't piss me off. Or I'm telling her, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me show you what he did. Since he want to be a dog, I got something for him. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's more in
Right.
a bad way. I'm not too often coming to you bragging. I might just say I gotta be a good man. He cool. He treat me good. He whatever, and that probably would be the extent of what I tell you. As my best friend, you know, obviously you know a little more, but it's even stuff I don't tell you about. You know what I'm
Of
saying? I
course.
think
Of
that's just
course.
respectful of my relationship. I would not probably tell you certain things.
Right.
Just like with pillow talking, you know, you only tell your dude certain stuff if your friend tell you. Like you have to keep that boundary there,
Right.
that trust boundary, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-mm. But yeah, that's definitely a girl code. You can't be telling all the friends everything. And I'm gonna say this too. My friends code is different levels with my friends. Like I'm not fake to nobody, but I might have one friend that only know I'm talking to somebody. They might only know his name, don't know nothing else about this man.
Right.
Then I
Yeah.
might have a friend that know, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, what he do for a living? How old he is? If he got kids? What side of town he stay on? Not necessarily the street, but what side of town? You know, in case some jump off. But then you might have the bestie that knows basically almost everything except for those intimate details because
Right.
she needs to know that. You know what I'm saying? She needs that. So I think the girl code has levels, but then there's some stuff across the board that's unacceptable regardless.
My girl code needs a decoder because I'm confusing the hell out of people. To some people, I'm married. To some people, I'm single. To some people, I'm gay. To some people, I'm straight. Like, you ain't gonna know.
Of
you,
your friends though, that's funny.
listen, you ain't gonna
You just
know.
a mystery.
The
You ain't
only
got nothing.
person
That's
that
why they
know the
always
dirty raw, the raw meat, the meat, me.
it's probably me.
Me.
And even me, I'm sure there's some stuff that I don't know, but I'm
Yes.
sure when it comes down to it, I know about 95 to
Yes.
97%.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. You gotta
But
have
for the
somebody
rest of
that had
y'all,
your back
I'm sorry.
to the
Like,
grave.
yeah, y'all. That's what. This is why we got the podcast, y'all, so y'all can know the real us, the raw us. Cause
Yes, yes. And then so that see the other thing is like you strike me as the kind of person like don't watch my Facebook. You know how some people put all this stuff on social media. You be like, please don't watch my Facebook if you're trying to understand something about me because you're
you,
gonna be so
you're not.
confused.
You're gonna be confused,
Today I
Karen.
might be talking about, like you said, I'm in a relationship with a girl. Tomorrow I'm
Yup.
heartbroken, but I'm really not heartbroken. I'm sitting on my bed butt naked eating Cheetos,
Right.
chilling. Like,
Exactly. Exactly. Please don't
like
watch my
please don't read
page.
into
You gonna be
that.
confused, baby. You gonna be confused. I'm telling you.
Man,
Could be in the most
I gotta get like
happiest
that.
relationship in the world and posting about
Yes,
sadness.
them
Men
sad
ain't good.
memes and
Don't trust men.
song lyrics,
Meanwhile, my
and they be
man
like, "Oh,
next to
she's
me.
single."
Right.
Right, and you like she's single. Then the next thing y'all see is me like this. All you see is our hands on the beach. Like, like whose foot is that? Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about
I
it.
thought you were single. You did, but
You
I'm not.
did. You did. I was. Exactly. Please don't
Love
watch
it.
me, baby. I will
Mm,
confuse
mm,
you.
mm.
But
I'm telling you.
I will confuse you, but when it comes to girl code friendship wise, my loyalty, yeah, it's a
It's
hundred
across the
percent.
board.
Yeah, it's across the board. Cause
Yeah.
I on everything I love, I wouldn't want no bad BS being done to me. And I'm crazy. Like I already know. I get crazy. So
So you don't want that it's gonna come and everything comes back like
hello.
threefold for real.
Hello.
So
Yeah, so I would never think about jeopardizing somebody else's relationship because I wouldn't want that
mm-mm.
done to me. Like I
You
really
blocking your blessings.
yeah, yeah, it's definitely blocking blessings. It's definitely blocking blessings. That's why I never really understood when, the girls Like literally the friends, the girls that were like tight friends fighting over a dude. Like
Hmm.
how? Why? How
Yeah.
did y'all let this scrawny, roach looking man
Come between y'all like that.
come between y'all? Like I don't.
But that's
Mm-mm.
because they don't have a real friendship, number one. They don't follow the girl code because they wouldn't be fighting over the same guy in the first place.
Right.
Again, you would have shut that down immediately. As soon as you found out. So I was talking to this dude. I remember, this is actually funny. This goes back to last week's episode. So my favorite benefits guy
Okay.
was on a dating site.
Okay.
And one of my friends spotted him. Again, this was one of those friends, and I mean, we were close, but at the same time, she had no idea who I was talking to at any given moment because I might decide overnight, like, I'm done. I don't want to talk to this guy no more. She
Right.
never really knew, but for some reason, she was like, this guy looks like her type. Let me just ask her because we were friends. Me and this guy were friends on social
Right.
media. So once she saw that we were mutual friends, because he was on Facebook dating. So on there, if you get on Facebook dating, it tells you if y'all got mutual friends on Facebook. It won't tell you that person's Facebook page, but it will let you know that they're friends. So you really could do process of elimination, go on their friend list and try to find them if you wanted to. But anywho, she reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you know this dude?" And I said, "Yeah, like he was just at my house like last week." It's like, okay, say no more. It was done. She was in the very early stages of talking to him. They hadn't even been on a date yet, but
Wow.
just that quick, she was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good."
Right.
I mean, what am I gonna do with him? I'm good. But I think even if I had said, "Oh, well, we used to talk last year," I still that friend particularly, I still feel like she would have been like, "Yeah, I'm good. I don't want nobody that you've been with because why would I?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then God forbid it work out. Now I'm coming to y'all wedding. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Like what?
I just think that's awkward
Where we do
and
that
weird.
at? Yeah.
We
Mm-mm.
don't. We don't. So that's why I mean those ones that's fighting over a dude, they never really had the girl code. They violated it from day one because they shouldn't even got to that point where they needed to fight over him. And then at the end of the day, we already know like if y'all really true friends like me and you, we never gonna let no dude come between us. And at
That's
the
a
end of the
fact.
day, like my loyalty is here. So if it come down to my man and my best friend, y'all really gotta like it gotta be something that I would have to choose because I'm not gonna choose between y'all.
Right.
Y'all my top two people, right? But if you came to me right now and said that he did something, I would trust you over him
Right.
just because I have that rapport with you.
Right.
Could I say that about all of my associates? Maybe not. No, I don't think that they're necessarily sluts or anything like that, but I just don't know them on that level. I've
Absolutely.
known you long enough to know enough about you to know that you would never do that.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
they were never in the girl code to begin with. They were already violating from day one. They weren't real friends. That's how I look at it.
That's how I would look at it too. Yeah.
And then
Mm.
he should be ashamed of himself. But they be liking that women fighting over them, so
Yeah.
they wouldn't do nothing to stop it. You
Egos.
know,
Egos.
absolutely. That's why the girl code is important because these dudes will do whatever they can,
That's a
whatever
fact.
they want, and won't think twice about it. So it's up to us to follow the girl code. You know, across the
Hello.
board. Like I said, even if you don't know each other, if I know he was at my house and then I see y'all flying stuff on Facebook, hey girl, I'm just gonna let you know he was just over here yesterday. I knew nothing about you. You know, you might want to handle that. Here's the receipt. Have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Just as a
Right.
woman, because she may not know nothing about you, but you clearly now know about her,
Mm-hmm.
and you giving her the power to make the decision of how she want to move forward from there. She has the same information you have. Now y'all on equal playing field. You might decide to cut him off, but now just because you cut him off, he might go be with the next chick and still be doing her wrong, and she don't know nothing about it. So it's just it's a respect thing as a woman. Just
Yes, it is.
I would not want someone to be laughing in my face. I don't care who they are, friend, nobody, a stranger. I don't want y'all to be able to laugh in my face because my man doing something y'all ain't told. Or even my friends. Girl code come. It ain't even gotta be a relationship. Say you like me and you, we best friends, but say you hear one of my other friends
Right.
telling my business. or talking about me or plotting against me or whatever. That's girl code too.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta let me know, hey, your circle ain't solid. You might want to look into that. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't looking right or sounding right to me, Bessie. Go check on that. So
Absolutely.
girl code, I think, goes across the board, outside of relationships too.
You're right. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Okay.
Mhm.
See,
Mhm.
with that being said, girlies and fellas, when it comes to relationships, girl code, guy code, all code, respect relationships, please. Respect each other's
Period.
relationships.
Respect people.
Thank
And
you. Yes.
yes, yes.
Respect people, respect
But
relationships, respect
definitely.
yourselves. I'm pretty sure whatever you don't want being done to you, don't do it to them. I will put it that way. Like I
Mhm.
said, I will never
Mhm.
jeopardize somebody else's relationship because I wouldn't want my relationship jeopardized because I'm crazy.
Right.
Like I said, I'm crazy.
She is. She really is. She really is.
Nah,
I'm
but
I'm sure I have it in me, but yeah. I'm kind of like the sidekick. Like you have to bring it out of me. Yours is already there. Like I'll call you, be like, "Oh, okay, I'm on my way." Well, hold
right,
on, guys. Well,
yeah.
wait. He get off that 10. Can we wait till he get off so we save his job? Girl, forget that job. We're going up there right now. You like that's you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, your level of crazy is like up here next to mine, but we both got it. We got it.
Hey, we got
So
it. We got it. Oh my
we split a couple
God.
times here and there.
Yes. So, guys, basically, we want to know, like we said, we hope y'all watch the video. We want to know your opinion, your thoughts,
hmm
and basically, we
Either
want to know
way.
like how you feel the tea. Like, what is your opinion on girl code, guy code, all code when it comes to relationships? Do you respect your friends when
Yep.
they're in a relationship? Do they respect you?
hmm
We should hope so. you know,
But you may not, And then
man,
I want to hear from the ladies too. I want to
yeah,
know from both perspectives. Would you have ever been that best friend in the car?
right.
And if you were the chick that found your man with your best friend in that moment, what would be your reaction? And I'm curious to know how this relationship ended up too. Like,
Yeah, I need
is that
answers.
necessarily a grounds for a breakup? No, but it definitely is going to raise more questions that possibly could lead to a breakup. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
I need
I'd be
answers.
curious to see how she handled that afterwards.
Right? I need a part two.
I
Do a
definitely do
video
part
part
two because in
two.
that moment I'm be like, okay, so you about to get in the back seat, I'm gonna get in the passenger seat, we gonna drop you off, and while he bring me back to my car, we gonna have this conversation to figure out what's going on.
Right. Right, for
That's how we're going.
real.
Or you gonna get out right now and get in my car, and then I'm gonna handle him when I get home. One of the two. But you not. You think now that I'm here in this moment, you're gonna still be in the passenger seat of my man's car? Not at all.
No, ma'am.
Not at all.
No.
Somebody get something happening. Either I'm joining y'all or you getting out and coming with me. There's
That
no
part.
way now that I know that I'm still gonna allow you to drive off with her. So yeah, I'm very curious like how that went. We need to find the people in this video and reach out. Like, hey girl, y'all still together?
Right,
Like what happened?
yeah.
Y'all still besties?
For real. We need a part two. Guys, if y'all found a part two, send
Absolutely.
it to us. Let us know
Send
what
it to
happened.
us.
Send it to us. but nah, but on the real, yo, yeah, I like this topic. Thank you guys for listening to this topic.
Yeah.
Like we said, we left
Yes.
questions for y'all. Please leave y'all answers and your opinions down below. Um,
hmm
follow our IG page at Tea Talk with CNT. Also like and subscribe on our YouTube page, Tea Talk with CNT. You can follow my personal page at It's the Tay Vibe.
And A1 Beauty Cammy on Instagram. And don't forget on YouTube to hit the bell too, because the bell tells you when we drop a new video.
Yes.
So
Thank you for
make
letting
sure you do that.
thank you for letting them know.
Especially
Yes.
if you got a big following and you watch a lot of videos, you might not see ours right away just following. So I'm gonna hit
Right.
the bell too.
Right. Yes. Hit that bell. And our special shout out is gonna be to the best friends, real best friends. If y'all want to shout out your best friends below, give them a shout out, let them know how much you love
Yes.
them. You know,
Yes.
we the real best friends, we hold that
The
loyalty
real
bag.
bestie.
Yeah, we hold the loyalty bag. We are not red flags. And once again, thank you again for listening. Follow us,
Thanks,
like us, love
guys.
us. We love you. Mwah. Till next time.